Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe, Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. Today's video, I'm going to smoke up something people never even think about smoking. It's a part of a turkey, the turkey tail, also known as Colitas De Pavo. So stay tuned. All right, so what we've got here is some turkey tails. Now I've got 20 pounds of these turkey tails that I'm going to smoke. So I've got a huge batch of turkey tails that I'm going to be smoking. So this is your turkey tail here. Now there is some really good meat in here, but there's also a lot of fat in a turkey tail. Now, traditionally, these are fried. These are deep fried. Okay, they're seasoned and deep fried. And in Mexico, these are even red. I don't know if they're using some kind of food coloring or something in them, but those are delicious. You can make tacos with them. You can make tortas with them. But the colitas de pavo are really popular in Mexico. They're also a popular food in the Samoan Islands. Okay, so the Samoans like to eat these turkey tails as well. So as far as seasoning, there's really, or as far as trimming, there's really not a whole lot that you have to trim. If you see little pieces like this, now this doesn't bother me any, so there's really not a whole lot of work that has to be done to these. You just buy them, defrost them, and start to season them up. Now, one of the things that I often get asked is, Joe, how come you never use anything but Victory Lane barbecue rubs? Well, I am using Kosmos Q. This is their cow cover rub. Now they also make a cow cover hot that's a little bit spicier than this, but this is some good rub. Now let me go over the ingredient list on this one here. So this one has salt, chili pepper, spices, a little bit of sugar, garlic, onion, paprika, everything that I want on my turkey tails. Now, as far as the seasoning, go ahead and season the turkey tails enough. Now the majority of the flavor is going to come from the smoke. I am going to be smoking this in my Yoder Frontiersman on the far left side of the smoker where it's a little bit cooler, not so close to that firebox. Because again, I want to render some of this fat. So I'm going to season these up and I'll bring you guys back, so stay tuned. All right, so my pit is warmed up. My top left-hand side gauge is reading at 250. So is my bottom right-hand side gauge. So both the left side gauges are reading at 250. The right side gauges are reading at right at 300. So if you guys were wondering, right side at 300, left side at 250. And let me show you guys how I position the turkey tails. You can see that I had these sheets here, and the reason I put them on these are pizza sheets, okay? And the reason I did that is because if I need to rotate them, it's easy just to rotate the whole sheet instead of flipping and moving things around. So I need to get me another sheet though, because obviously I did have some extra that I just had to put on the grate, but that's okay. So I'm gonna shut this down so I don't lose a whole lot of heat, just like that. Now to start my pit, I did start with a basket of Kingsford Blue, and I did put 3 splits of post oak on the top of them, and let that catch, and then I started adjusting my temperatures. I've got the exhaust stack halfway opened, the intake a quarter of the way opened, and the damper, there's my damper right there. You can see I've got it about, maybe 4 inches pulled out there. So that's giving me the 250 degrees on the left side on both gauges. So just in case you guys were wondering how I balance my temperatures, again, it's not always going to be accurate, especially on a smoker like this that has the plates on the bottom, the tuning plates on the bottom. You can easily tune it with that damper. Okay, I can bring this right side down by closing that in, and that allows more smoke to go to the left side, and my temperatures on my left side will actually increase if I close that down a little bit. So I'm gonna give the turkey tails probably an hour and a half, and I'll bring you guys back, so stay tuned. All right, we're 1 hour into the cook now, and let's take a look at our turkey tails. Have a nice color. I'm just spritzing with regular plain water, nothing special, just plain old water. Man, these things look amazing already. Have a nice kind of mahogany color. For some reason, these look like they're cooking faster. So let's check an internal temperature here. 158. And these 140. So these are cooking faster for some crazy reason. So I'm just going to spritz with water. I'm really not looking for an internal temperature, even though I'm at kind of 155, 140, kind of all over the place. I'm really looking for color, and my color's not quite where I want it. So, and the amount of fat that's in these turkey tails too, I'm just gonna let that completely or continue to render. So I'm gonna give this about another hour, and I'm gonna come back, take a look at the color, and we'll take a look at the internal temperature. Now these are gonna be safe to eat at 165, but I'm gonna take it beyond that, okay? Way beyond that, because I wanna render some of this fat. I'm looking for color, and internal temperature secondary. Okay, I'm just looking for color at first. So 1 hour in, we'll see you guys in about an hour, so stay tuned. All right, hour number 2, and I can hear some sizzling going on in here. Oh yes, again, getting nice and dark. You know, these turkey tails are a lot like beef cheeks. You guys have seen my beef cheek video. If not, I'll leave a link up top on this video so you can watch it after you're done with this one. So the beef cheeks also have a lot of fat that you need to render out in order to get the meat extremely tender. So turkey tails are a lot like that because of the amount of fat that's on these turkey tails. So just a spritz. I should have actually checked the temperature before I started spritzing, but let's see where we're at right now. $140 still. Oh, that's good. I'm good with that. 151 on these on the rack. 148. 149. Man, everything's cooking evenly now all of a sudden. And 149. So, man, this is a small one. Let me check that one. That one's at 160. So, I'm still... So this little sucker right here is at 160, but you can see, whoo, that's hot. You can see there's still a lot of fat on there that still needs to render. So just gonna give it one more spritz here real quick. Shut her down. Probably give it another hour. I'm okay with this taking 4 hours, quite honestly. That way I do render a lot more fat off these turkey tails. So we'll pull them off when they're ready, and I'll see you guys inside, so stay tuned. All right, so our turkey tails are ready, and the total cook time was 4 hours. And this is what they look like here, okay? Nice and dark, if you will. Got a little bit of bark on them. And that's exactly what you want on a smoked turkey tail. Now, as far as slicing it, you can see that I've already sliced some up here. As far as slicing it, the majority of your meat is on these two sides. It kind of looks like a little crab. So the meat is on these two sides, and the way you slice it is just grab your knife at an angle, like that. You can see the meat. Here, it's got a nice smoke ring as well. Beautiful. Now, once you trim the edges like this, you can kind of feel your way around. Just like that. Okay. Then you want to slice or turn it sideways like this. And this is all meat right here on the bottom side of it, okay? So just grab your knife and carefully take that out. See, this is all meat right here. So go ahead and slice that up or dice it, whatever you want to do, okay? Now, you're not done. There's still a lot of meat in this little piece of bone. The bone is actually like a Y, almost like a wishbone. So you can just grab your fingers like this and take the meat right off, okay? You can really work this. Just like that. So you can see that this is the actual turkey tail bone. Looks like almost like a Y. And you can still pick a little bit more meat from this, but I'm gonna go ahead and call that good. So now, so what can you do with this meat? You can make tacos out of it, put some pico de gallo, but traditionally, you wanna make a torta out of this, or a sandwich, okay? A torta de Colitas De Pavo. Now what I did is I toasted, this is called telera bread. You can find this at your bakery. You can see it's nice and round, it's really soft, okay? Or you can use the traditional Mexican bolillo bread or French bread. Either one of these works. I actually got lucky and found some telera bread at my local bakery. So that's what I'm gonna use. So to prepare your sandwich, real simple. We're gonna use a little bit of mayo on both the top and the bottom. Just like this. Okay, just a little bit. At this point, you want to get a nice avocado Nice green avocado. And on the bottom side, put your avocado slices like this. Make sure your avocado is nice and soft as well. A little trick, if you want to make your avocados last a little bit longer, put them in your refrigerator. So about half an avocado there. This is a medium size. It's not a very large avocado. Just like that. Get a little bit of kosher salt. Sprinkle that on the avocado, just like this. All right. Next step, a little bit of lettuce. Chopped up lettuce. Some onion. I love onions. If you don't like onions, just leave them out. Okay. Couple slices of tomato. Actually, this is a big sandwich, so probably 3 slices of tomato. Actually, I'm going to make room for the 4th one. There we go. 4 nice slices of tomato. And then the king of the show, your smoked turkey tails, or colitas de pavo. Now, again, as I mentioned earlier in this video, traditionally these are fried, but when you fry them, the fat doesn't really render, okay? So you're frying it in fat, and the fat from the turkey tail never really gets a chance to render completely. And this one rendered nicely. I gotta tell you, I'm really pleased with this. So I'm gonna keep piling it on here, just like that. I mean, look at this. Beautiful pieces of turkey, okay? All right, put your top on it, and there's your sandwich. Gonna back the camera up, let's taste this, stay tuned. All right, our sandwich is ready, and the only thing left to do is to give this a taste. Again, this is a colitas de pavo, or turkey tail sandwich. Avocado, my tomato, my lettuce, my onion, a little bit of salt. Got myself a little jalapeno that I split open, and I put a little bit of kosher salt on it as well. Absolutely delicious. You gotta have a jalapeno with your sandwich. So here we go. Massive sandwich, guys. Here we go. Oh, man. Let me bite the jalapeno too. Ooh, it's hot. Really, really good sandwich. You know, it took 4 hours and I smoked 20 pounds of turkey tails. So I'm gonna put them in the deep freezer. I've got some sold as well. Real simple recipe. I hope you guys try this video. Just like my barbacoa video that I made a while back, the beef cheeks. You know, it's kind of like that, guys. So, you know, I'd recommend that you guys give it a shot. I think it's absolutely delicious. I hope you give this a try. Thanks for watching. Till next time, Joe of Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.